My name is Carson. Welcome to Thrifty Garage, a channel where we do everyday repairs, how-tos, and reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be fixing this leak on this Bobcat quick attach system. As you can see here, we got a leak there. This got hung up the other day on a rock or a branch, and it's bent that fitting in there, and that's leaking. So we picked up a new cylinder for this and a new hose, and we're going to put that together. Just wrapped up our gravel commercial loading dock job, and it was leaking the whole time we were on it. Offloaded off this trailer, and it's leaking like crazy now, so we got it done just in time. Bought a new ram from Bobcat and a new hose from Bobcat, but I'm hoping to DIY this and fix it for much, much less. For starters, cost on this project, called it Bobcat. For this ram here, they said about 600 bucks. For this hose, they said 90 bucks. I asked them, hey, what about this cylinder housing? They said 540 bucks, so, or 560 maybe even. So it doesn't make sense to take the cylinder apart and put a new one back together. This stud right here, this bung, is attached to this, and it's just all one big huge unit. So it has to be replaced. I can't tell if that's supposed to be bent like that or not.
No.
Maybe it is. Oh dang, it full on came out. We got this just in time. It's leaking like crazy now. Probably need like a 13 wrench. I think it's the 4th drawer down. Oh, that's gonna be fun to get behind there. Will you call, look up O'Reilly's and give them a call and make sure they work on hydraulic lines?
Did they work on them?
Well, I know they do, but look up a store and make sure that store works on them.
Okay.
Whatever store you want to drive to.
Okay.
And then just say, do you guys fix hydraulic lines?
Okay.
Or can you make a hydraulic line or something? Right now, Jacob's running over to get a stud for this, or a plug, or a cap. So we're going to cap this, and then I'm going to use that cap to hammer this back into place. We're going to clean this up, maybe heat it up with a torch, and then get a grinder in here, get a flap disc, cut this open, and then weld around here. And hopefully we can make that work. Hopefully we don't damage any internal components. Like I said, trying to do this DIY. Really, this isn't that hard to get into. So as far as parts go, we've got a bolt on each side of this of the ram. So this holds in the ram and this little protector plate. We've got a horseshoe shape U-bolt and 2 nuts there that hold on that protector plate. And on the far end, we've got this bolt that holds the ram on. So that's all that holds the ram in all the way across. And then on the underside here, we've got a nut and a bolt, and a bolt that bolts right in here, and kind of holds this fitting right here in place. And then up top here, we've got another bracket and a bolt, and then we just disconnected here. So this is a pretty short hose right here. Another thing while we're in here is this hose looks like it got melted, and I don't even know why anything would be that hot down here, but it legit looks like it just caught on fire all through here. So maybe, well, there's no reason this should not be a super hot hydraulic item, so that's really odd to me. We do have some wear in the paint right here. But anyways, we're going to get a new sheath cover for that. And like I said, we're going to try and fix the stud. And unfortunately, we were just in here on this side and replaced this fitting right here. This got broken off right here. This has some tricky places to lubricate, so we got to come in here. We got a grease zerk down here, and there's also another one right here, which is missing. So while we're in here, let's go ahead and fix that. So should be a grease zerk there, and there is one there, so we need to put that one in there. So let's pop that off and do that. Too small. Let's try that size. Okay, so there's our zerk. What's left of it? Not sure if these are the right fittings. This is what I've got on the shelf, so hopefully these are the right ones. These are the 1/4 inch by 28 taper thread with a straight 0.54 inch. And I've got a little bung end right there, and I think I actually replaced this side once before. So we're going to size these up. Threads look the same. Size up this other side. Makes our zerk looks the same. And it does. Okay, we got an 8mm here. Okay. We're getting all newness in here. So these are the caps?
Yeah.
So I think what happened here is this, you see this weld? Most welds kind of have like a valley to them. Like if you look right in here, like that's a welded fitting right there. Gotcha. And it's kind of got like a valley. Well, this one's kind of got like a bubble. And so where that bubble meets, it's like a hot spot. And so it's really thin right there.
Just cracked.
Here we're running down the paint and exposing the old weld. Now we're running off the paint to ground the welder. For this repair, we're using a Lincoln MIG welder. I'm grinding off my bad weld so I can make another pass. And then if you'll hold this end,
Sure.
like that, and then just don't look at the welds.
Okay.
Let's twist it around.
Alright.
Like that. Probably ruining the seals in this. After we welded this up as best as possible, we hooked it back up to test it out. The sheath was pretty difficult to install. It kept hanging up on the melted sheath underneath. I'm not positively sure why this is leaking. One thought is the welds go down the shaft too far, preventing the threads from coming on all the way, so it's leaking, so it's not fully seated down here. So that's one thought.
Gotcha.
The other thought is there could be a micro crack in one of the welds that's leaking through. But I really think the main problem is that it just can't get seated all the way. The solution for that would probably be to get like a little to get like the grinder is just such a rough tool. If there was like a fine tool, you could get in there by the threads, clean it up, might be able to get tighter. Brand new, shiny parts. Lots of dollar bills right here. Okay, so we got these little caps on here. You know what? I'm gonna give this one more attempt. You know, I feel like whenever you bust a fitting like this, you have to replace the hose at the same time. And case in point, I started threading this one on here, and it just started hanging up, and I didn't know if it, you know, if it was the new threads or what. Sure enough, I put this new hose on here. It goes on problem free. So those threads are jacked up too. So you might take your old hose, try and reuse it, and actually jack up your brand new fitting. Wasn't worth it to me on the $600 fitting to force it. Let's take off that old hose one more time. And install a new hose in its place. Next up, we put on all the hose brackets. She's on there. And here we're bolting up the protector plate. I don't know. I can't tell if my welds are good or just the threads. So you know.
Yeah.
I looked at it. I was like, oh, maybe I could tap it. So I got the tap set out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't have a size big enough. Okay. Okay. I think it should be good to go.
Sweet.
Once we were done with everything, we checked for leaks and cleaned up. We will be saving the old ram for emergency future use, and I may give it another try at repair. Honestly, I think the correct size die might be the solution we're looking for. My name is Carson. Welcome to Thrifty Garage, a channel where we do everyday repairs, how-tos, and reviews. In today's video, we've got a Bobcat T650 skid steer. We've got an issue with the quick attach system. Down here on the hydraulic arm, this ram, this got hit by a log or a rock or something got in between here when the bucket was up here, and it hit this hydraulic fitting, and it actually has cracked it and it pulled it from the cylinder, so it's leaking from there.